So I'm just gonna gloss over this part, mostly because I'm gonna talk about it in my next video and try to make it more bigger. But for the most part, the two things I don't see in reviews anymore is if you got a product and you're completely angry about it, it's not justifiably angry and understandable. Nowadays, it's more of a dramatic act and over the top and just being full on dramatic. And really, honestly, if it's for comedy purposes, it tends to just fall flat on its face. And sometimes, if it's that, typically the fact checking is really, really awful. The other thing that I don't see anymore is being harsh, but at the same time being fair. And nowadays, it's just you're just an asshole. And I don't know if it's just the person's personality type or if it's just, again, another performance act. For a lot of reviewers, it just doesn't work. And when, a character accidentally becomes your personality and you're advertising toxic behavior because you're being an asshole, it doesn't really work at the end of the day, and that's why a lot of animated reviews nowadays have become, well, super cliche. So, fun fact, never seen The Boss Baby. Now, I have seen the Netflix show that a certain cow on Twitter.com enjoys. I don't really care for the TV show, but I will say this, that the theme song for it is the funniest thing I have ever seen, honestly. So, since earlier I brought up the two factors that pretty much hurt a lot of these reviews, really, from what I've gathered from The Boss Baby, a film I've never seen except for the TV show, it really boils down to, bro, this is pretty cringe, not gonna lie. So, from what I can gather from The Boss Baby is movies that are like The Boss Baby are The Losers, and movies that are much deeper and more quote unquote mature are The Winners. And it's a narrative that's gone on far too long, in fact, far longer than movies like The Boss Baby have existed, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird that, for the most part, TV animation is doing its best at healing. Like, for the most part, people have kind of learned that you can enjoy both story driven and pretty simplistic TV animated programming for the most part. So, the TV animation side of reviews and everything, it's healing ever so slightly from the damage, but when it comes down to films, on the other hand, not so much. Now, I will say this. I get the narrative that's being presented. People want a lot more meat to animated movies, and I get that 100%. And the people who are saying this, they don't really fall on the side of the people who are being over the top and dramatic with anger or just being an asshole. I've seen plenty of videos that have talked about this in really good, healthy, and productive ways, but for the most part, I've seen a lot more from the negative side of the spectrum. And because of that, I feel like the quote unquote mature, deep animated movies, I feel like they're more on a high pedestal trophy than actually being judged for what they are. Everything across the board that makes the movie good. Whenever I hear a deep, quote-unquote mature movie being talked about, it's just more so of the congratulations, blank movie, you won the mature trophy, and that's it. And it's just really depressing, and it's funny because people want more of that in the mainstream, and I get it, but at the same time, they're kind of ignoring foreign animated movies on streaming services. They're ignoring the other ones. Now, I will say this: Klaus was noticed, and that one movie that's about the moon. I can't think of the name, but it has moon in its title. I'll throw up the poster. But they'll notice that. But there's a bunch of other ones that they're just ignoring, and I feel like they're not really broadening their horizons of what they quote unquote want, but are happy to kind of drag what's being presented in the US mainstream and not really taking that plunge and diving into what they really truly want and desire from an animated movie, but they'll use the dramatics and the asshole mentality and just kind of say, nah, we don't need My Little Pony the movie no more. We don't need Boss Baby. We don't need Trolls. We don't need these movies no more. It's all about them Spider-Verses, baby. Compared to Boss Baby 1, DreamWorks Trolls is a movie I could talk about for ages. And Trolls is one movie that definitely falls under a lot of these reviewing type of traps. And sadly, Trolls got labeled as cringe, and really a lot of just negative vibes have come off of this movie, mostly because of these attitudes kind of taking over the ones that are more on the line of, hey, I'm pretty angry about this product I just watched and received from DreamWorks Animation. Let me talk about it. Or, hey, you know what? I'm going to be extremely harsh on this movie, but I'm going to be pretty fair to it. These are far too rare, and because of the more toxic and negative ones, take up most of the reviews. The bar is super duper low for any sort of originality when you review this movie. And I'm not saying that the popular opinion is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, the bar is so low that if the Trolls fandom, random people who are like, hey, I'm going to review Trolls 1 or Trolls World Tour, which World Tour really isn't in the subject matter, but, just Trolls 1. If people are, like, the Trolls fandom are feeding you, like, a different perspective and giving you more information, and if the people who are just now making a Trolls review and they're giving you a different perspective but falls more so on the line of the negative side but are giving you something new but it's rare, I'm going to be honest, that's kind of a problem. Because for the most part, a lot of the Trolls reviews pretty much boil down to, hey everyone, point at DreamWorks Trolls and laugh because it's cringe. So recently, Jazz Reviews made a DreamWorks Trolls video. And I felt pretty sorry and sad for him. And his video pretty much drags the fandom, practically calling us babies, dragging the writers and the animators. And to be honest, as a Trolls fan since 2016, I'm numb to this, honestly. Like, this doesn't faze me no more. And I literally made a video telling the other Trolls fans, don't let this faze you. But my problem is Jazz Reviews video on Trolls, he fell into really every trapping I'm talking about in this video. And the sad part, and the reason why I felt so bad for him, is he has a title that says The Terrible Trolls Movie. Throughout the video, it's nothing but him going, "Hey everybody, Trolls is cringe, point and laugh." But then, at the very end of the video, he pulls this stunt.
Judging solely on the trailers I saw, this seemed like just another one-beat shallow kids movie. But after watching it, yeah, okay, I have a lot of problems with it. But overall, it was just kind of okay, honestly. With it, I don't know. Man, it actually entertained me. Have I lost my terrible badge? What's going on? Is that a good thing? I don't know.
Jazz Reviews could have had a banger video if he used that ending statements about the movie that, you know what, it was okay, has problems, but it wasn't bad. If he actually used that for the basis of his video, he could have done research, he could have done a whole bunch of other things, and he could have definitely made a very different video that isn't Trolls is cringe, Trolls isn't smart, it's not Pixar, it's bad, Trolls is cringe. If he actually would have actually used the basis of his ending, maybe, just maybe, he could have actually been an original arm crosser and a critic who happens to be a live-action human. Now to finally get to the title of the video, Boss Baby 2 is going to be critically panned. Listen, the Boss Baby 2 trailer's dropping this Tuesday. I can already picture it now. Boss Baby 1's cringe. Why don't they make movies like How to Train Your Dragon? That was smart. People harass the DreamWorks Twitter account. I'm sure on YouTube comments where you could actually type your thing because, you know, COPPA law for DreamWorks TV / Peacock Kids. Definitely going to be nothing more than cringe. And the following comment, the movie comes out, whatever reviews it gets, and then in the next following year or whenever it comes out on DVD, we'll definitely get a video titled, I Can't Believe It's Boss Baby 2. And it's the same thing over and over again. Boss Baby's cringe, not smart, I can't believe people are supporting this, and really other things to just put down the people who created it, and also people who just so happen to actually had a generally good time with Boss Baby. So, really honestly, this cycle is just going to keep repeating itself over and over again, and can I be honest? It's getting cliched and pretty boring, not gonna lie. And I kind of, I don't know, I kind of want more meat to these reviews than just, hey, it's cringe, it's not smart. I'm gonna put down people who like this or the people who created it, and I'm just kind of, I'm tired, y'all. Like, can we have, like, I don't know, original videos nowadays? Because I'm pretty tired of this.